to be truly safe, I think we've got to have the culture. And that's what we've tried to develop here at NW is the culture of safety.
I think NW's culture is made up of three things. It's made up of safety, it's made up of productivity, and morale. If without any one of those three things, we fall short.
You feel like you're heard, you've got a voice now, and they care about you.
Everyone's involved now. That didn't used to be the case. And I think that's what it takes to have a great safety culture.
And we gave the employees, a voice and let them talk about what they thought they needed to improve safety around here.
What I've learned here at NW, I've carried over into my personal life.
All these things that NW provides just makes it easier to be safe.
I feel NW's leadership cares about all of its employees.
Back in the day, you were more worried about getting as much done as possible, which puts everybody in a hurry. You get into a hurry, that's when accidents start happening.
When we first started, we really didn't go to any training. It was all on the job.
When I first started here, you were lucky to have one or two guys that would have a hard hat on.
20 years ago, you wouldn't even thought about that tailgate. I mean, it's just sometimes we signed a piece of paper and we didn't even know what we was doing.
When I first started here, I had a simple belt, and I mean, you were pretty much free climbing, until you could stop and reattach.
When I got here, there was a lot of old school in our culture. This is my department, this is yours, and the kind of the silos that develop over time.
It was something that we was just directed not to talk about. And now everything's out in the open. They want to know about it, they want it to be taken care of.
In the earlier days that I was here, that there was a focus on productivity. Let's go out there, let's get the job done. Oh yeah, and by the way, be safe. That's changed over the recent years.
In my words, NW safety culture at present is 100 times better than it was when I was here in my previous years.
You don't have to worry about how many pairs of gloves you go through or hard hats you use. All these things that NW provides just makes it easier to be safe.
Our board of directors has given us the funds to provide equipment for the employees to use that makes their jobs safer. That's where I think we've improved and continue to improve, and that's huge.
More bottom-up, feedback, rather than just what management thinks we need to do and everybody falling in line. I think that's the biggest change that I've seen.
I mean, if you don't believe that your leader believes in it, how are you supposed to believe in it?
You get buy-in by the employees. And when they feel like they're a part of something, then they're safe for the right reasons.
You can't tell who's a manager and who's an employee. I mean, we're all on the same level. So I think just the culture, everybody feels comfortable addressing any issues with the whole group is what makes us different.
We've evolved into a company that I am incredibly proud to be a part of. We've evolved into a family.
Today, we pretty much explain the whole job out before we even put anybody in harm's way.
When something happens to somebody, everybody cares, everybody takes part of. We're one of a kind.
Our crews trust one another. They all have buy-in into our safety culture. and they know that they can rely on their fellow crew members to have their back, so they can focus on their job.
Here at NW, I feel like everybody has a voice. It's there. If you have a problem, nobody's going to look down on you.
If you care about the guy next to you when you're in the bucket or when you're working in the substation, you're going to look out for him.
The fact that our GM shows up at safety meetings is huge because he doesn't just talk the talk. Now, he's part of it.
It's just outstanding to look over and see your CEO in your safety meeting with you. It touches me.
And my daughter tells me every morning when I leave, Dad, please be safe. That's worth a lot.
I've got a black suit that I wear for funerals, and I hate that suit because that's primarily what that suit is for, is to wear to funerals. Never, ever want to have to wear that suit for anybody in this company.
I have a nephew, and for whatever reason, he looks up to me. He also wants to be a lineman. I would like to think that if he came here, that those guys below me would take care of him.
I'm proud to work at NW Electric. I'm fortunate to get to work around a really good group of guys.
I don't have a brother, but everybody on the crew is a brother to me, and even them potentially getting hurt bugs me.
I'd say my hat's off to NW. Thank you very much for being a great place to work. And when I retire, I just hope that somebody comes in that enjoys this job as much as I have.